The newest Fortnite Festival season just dropped, which means we got a new Fortnite Festival pass, which includes a new music artist in it, sort of. This time around we got Bruno Mars, and we have had Bruno in the game before, but that was an item shop collab, so this is a little different. And all respect to Bruno Mars because he does have good music, he's very popular, he's definitely a big enough artist to headline Fortnite Festival. But in today's video, I want to talk about music artists I still think we need for Fortnite Festival. There are a ton of music artists that I would love to see come to the game and get an icon skin, but of course because there are so many music artists out there, of course some people had to be left off the list. So comment down below who you would like to see headline Fortnite Festival in the future. If you enjoy my videos, be sure to use code TuneSpider in the Fortnite item shop to support me. And now let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to start with a music artist that I think definitely deserves to headline Fortnite Festival, probably more than anybody right now, and that is Kendrick Lamar. He's had like the biggest year of any rapper probably ever. Of course, he was in the very well-known rap beef against Drake, who he absolutely dog walked in 5 business days. He dropped the GNX album, which stayed at the top of the charts for a really long time. He performed at the Super Bowl, which was the most watched halftime show ever. And currently he's doing a stadium tour right now, and he's selling out everywhere he goes, including Toronto twice, which is crazy because if you don't know, that's Drake's hometown. So yeah, I would say Kendrick definitely deserves to headline Fortnite Festival. As far as his skin design, maybe it could be his outfit from the Super Bowl, maybe some of his tour outfits, maybe his pop out outfit. Basically they have a lot of different options because I know I've talked about the last year for Kendrick, but really he's been one of the greatest rappers ever the past like decade or so. I mean, he has some iconic albums like Good Kid Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, Damn. So yeah, his music catalog speaks for itself, and I think he'd be a really cool icon skin to have in the game. And then piggybacking off of that, the stadium tour I talked about, SZA is with them. SZA is an amazing artist. I feel like she continues to get more and more popular every year. She just had a huge album that was at the top of the charts for weeks. Like I mentioned, she's doing the stadium tour as well. She's definitely popular enough to headline Fortnite Festival. It would actually be cool if they kind of brought them in as a duo. Don't get me wrong, I would love to see them solo as well, but I think it'd be fun if we got both of them in a Fortnite Festival pass because they are such a great duo together. Now moving on, this artist has become very popular over the past couple of years, and that's Chappelle Rowan. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not super familiar with her music. I'm more of a hip-hop rap person, to be honest with you, but I have heard some of her stuff on the radio, and she has very creative outfits, very creative music. I think she could be a great Fortnite Festival skin. I think she would also have a really fun Fortnite Festival stage. And then next up, we gotta talk about one of the biggest music artists ever, and that's Taylor Swift. Now I'm not gonna say I'm a Swiftie or anything like that. I am familiar with some of her music because she is so popular. She's been around for a long time. She's been running the game. I feel like having Taylor Swift as a Fortnite Festival headliner just makes sense. And for her Fortnite skins, they could definitely give her some of her concert outfits. So yeah, I definitely think she makes sense for Fortnite Festival. But let's talk about a band really quick because I think everyone enjoyed having a band, and we got like 4 skins in the past, which was really cool. And that was when Metallica came to the game. I think it'd be really cool to have Kiss. I think their Fortnite skins would be really fun. I think they'd be very creative designs, and I think they would have a very cool stage and festival as well. And I think they're still relevant and popular enough to have a Fortnite Festival season. Now this next one is one that I would want the most. I would love to see Lil Wayne. He's my all-time favorite rapper, all-time favorite music artist. I know you're probably thinking, well, TuneSpider, the Carter 6 just came out and it wasn't that great. I know. There were some songs on there I still liked, mainly the first half of the album, but you just had to be there for like the Carter 2, Carter 3 era, mixtape Wayne era. It was insane. I think he would end up being a really cool Fortnite skin in the game. He's been relevant in the hip-hop world for decades now. I think he would definitely be a good artist for Fortnite Festival. And I think another one that would be good is Tyler, the Creator. I know I've said the word creative a few times, but I think he actually would have the like most creative out there Fortnite Festival stage, Fortnite skin outfits. He recently had a new album, which was awesome. And I think his music just continues to get better and better. I would love to see him for Fortnite Festival. And then talking about another band, I think Nirvana would be great. I think they would kind of bring a similar feeling to Metallica. I'm not saying exactly like that because of course their music isn't exactly the same, but I think having the band and the music pass, maybe a guitar mythic item again, I think Nirvana would be pretty cool. And then next up is Beyonce. I feel like Beyonce speaks for herself. As soon as you say her name, you're like, yep, that makes complete sense. She definitely should be in Fortnite Festival. She should definitely have an icon skin in the game. I feel like I don't even really need to give an explanation when it comes to her. And another female artist, Rihanna. I mean, yeah, she doesn't really drop anything new anymore, but her music is so iconic. I'm still listening to all of it to this day. I mean, I was listening to Ponder Replay while I was going for a walk. Alright, you caught me. I wasn't going for a walk. I was dancing in my living room, but still, I will still listen to her music at least once or twice a week. But Rihanna, please, we need a new album. The next two are going to be a couple of West Coast legends that I would love to see in the game, Dr. Dre and Ice Cube. I think they would have a really cool Fortnite Festival season. This next music artist, I bet you're not going to expect Miley Cyrus. I think she would be a great Fortnite Festival headliner. And honestly, we could have any era of Miley. I think it'd be great. We could even get the Hannah Montana era. She's always had great music. She's always had fun outfits. She's always been very creative. She's just a really great music artist that I think would be great for Fortnite Festival. Another rapper that I think could be very cool for Fortnite Festival would be Lil Uzi Vert. Now I know he's not as popular now as he was from like 2016 to 2020 era, but I still think his music's good. He would have some very creative Fortnite skins, I think. He's had some really cool, fun, out there outfits that I think would be cool for Fortnite. So I definitely wouldn't mind having him as a music artist for Fortnite Festival. The next one actually had her music featured in a trailer, which was the Galactic Battle trailer. So I'm talking about Dua Lipa. I think a lot of people would be excited to have her in Fortnite. She's had a good career. She's popular. A lot of people like her. So I think she could end up being good for Fortnite Festival. Now the next one is for fun. People love to hate on them, but I honestly like their music, and that's Nickelback. Nickelback has some great songs. I know they're easy to hate on. They probably wouldn't be the coolest Fortnite skins, to be honest with you, but I think it would be cool to get their music in a Fortnite Festival pass. Next is arguably the greatest female rapper ever. Me personally, I think it's still Lil Kim, but you could definitely argue that Nicki Minaj is the greatest female rapper ever. She's been doing this for a long time. She's had iconic outfits, iconic songs. She would definitely be a good Fortnite Festival headliner. Next up would be Post Malone. I mean, he's been popular for a while now. I feel like his music is always at the top of the charts, whether he was doing hip hop or now he's doing country. He honestly seems like a pretty chill person. A lot of people gravitate towards his music, and his festival pass could be like a mix of his country and hip hop music, which would have a good variety to it. And I'm pretty sure I remember seeing on Twitter that a lot of people were hoping for Post Malone here soon, so I think he would be perfect for Fortnite Festival. Now these next three, I know they have passed, but I still wanted to mention them in the video because they are just music icon legends. Starting with Michael Jackson. He'd probably have the best Fortnite skins probably of any artist on this list. His music is so iconic. His dancing is very iconic. It'd be cool if he had a festival season and on his stage, and instead of doing instruments, we all just like dance with them. I think that would be pretty fun and unique to other seasons. Then of course, if I'm mentioning Michael Jackson, I gotta mention Prince, just as iconic. He's definitely a legend. Would love to see him get a festival skin. And then the next person I'm gonna mention is Tupac. I think the West Coast legend speaks for himself when you mention his name. Would be really, really cool to see him get a Fortnite Festival skin someday. Now, after mentioning them, I think it's fitting to just, mention a boy band. I think it would be awesome to get Backstreet Boys or NSYNC in Fortnite. If I had to pick between the two, I would go towards the Backstreet Boys in their all white like jumpsuit outfit. I think those would be very clean Fortnite skins. But yeah, I think it'd be fun to mix it up and just have a boy band randomly be the Fortnite Festival season. And then speaking of bands, I'm not the most familiar person with K-pop music, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I do want to shout out some of the bands in this video that I definitely think would be great for Fortnite Festival. So BTS, Blackpink, Stray Kids. I think bringing in some K-pop bands would be great for Fortnite. I would add more variety to Fortnite Festival. And then speaking of variety, why not also bring in the Spice Girls? I think the Spice Girls would be awesome for Fortnite Festival. They had very 90s outfits, that's the way I'm gonna put it, and I think it would be awesome for the game. I would love to see their Fortnite skins. I also think Shakira would be a great Fortnite Festival skin. I would like to think My Hips Don't Lie, but they kind of do a little bit. Another icon, Madonna, she would be great for Fortnite Festival. I love the fact that her song was in Deadpool and Wolverine. It was just so fitting, so perfect. She's definitely a legend that would be great for Fortnite Festival. Then another one, Britney Spears. Hit me baby one more time. And I think her music is still pretty iconic, especially in the pop genre. I think Pink would be another great choice for Fortnite Festival. She has an amazing voice. I love a good chunk of her music. She's had some very fun creative outfits that I think could be good for her skin. Then also Gwen Stefani. I think she would be great for Fortnite Festival as well. And then last but not least, Weird Al Yankovic. I had to save him for last, so whoever made it towards the end of this video, I'm glad you got to see Weird Al on the list. Weird Al Yankovic would be such a funny, crazy Fortnite Festival season. Would love to see his music. I would be so curious what his Fortnite skin would end up looking like. But there you have it. Those are the music artists I think we need for Fortnite Festival in the future. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to join my Discord server, that link is going to be in the description. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.